All right, so Richard T and I are out doing some summer steelhead fishing. Richard T is the guy behind the diagrams for my winter steelhead rigging, and he has been working on this fishing van. So I thought we would record a video just so I could kind of show you what he's been working on, and I just think there's some people that might be interested in doing something like this. So, Richard, what year did you say? It's a 2007?
It's a 2007 GMC Safari, or a former Xfinity van.
Yes, and that's what's most interesting. And what I like, personally, what I like about it is that it doesn't have a bunch of windows. Especially for storing gear, I would worry about stuff being stolen. So it just kind of looks like just a work van. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look inside. So one of the things Richard kind of explained to me is one of the purposes of this van is to be able to utilize his kayak just a little bit easier than putting it on a car topper. And you can see how low that is to the ground. His kayak actually has a wheel on the back, so he's able to do this all by himself. The very first time that we went fishing together, he had it on top of an SUV, and I actually had to help him load it when we were done for the day. So we'll just kind of demonstrate how he's able to do that by himself. And this is a 10-foot kayak?
Yes.
Okay. 10-foot kayak. All right, so let's take a look inside here. So one of the things he's already pointed out to me is that he has bought a bunch of these really strong magnets, and those were from Amazon?
Yes.
Okay. So they hold all kinds of things, fishing butlers for rods, and let's see, what else?
Towels, life jackets.
Oh my goodness, that's a really heavy duty magnet, I can see.
Yes.
And that's what you have on this side as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Spare clothes in case I fall in the river or lake.
Okay.
There's still water. A backpack in case the fishing is we have to backpack somewhere, carry gear.
Yeah.
And also my coats, raincoats, warm coats. Oregon weather sometimes is unpredictable.
Yeah. So mind if I climb in here?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna climb in here to show you guys. So we kind of did some basic measurements just using a steelhead rod. He's able to put an 8.5 foot, this is a edge rod, in here without even breaking it down. But the cool thing about it is you can actually put either a air mattress or a cot in here and actually sleep inside here. So he did some customization here, basically just to get the kayak to fit. And so you can actually see into the driving compartment here. But when the kayak is in the van, nobody could get into this portion of the van without obviously like breaking a window or something. So if they were to get into the front of the van, they couldn't get back here through that hole because the kayak will be in the way. So another cool thing, a little refrigerator. That's kind of cool. And then he installed these himself, some 12-volt plugs, one on each side.
And also a dimmer light. You can see it over
okay.
there.
Oh, okay. Some custom lighting.
Right. And you can see the battery that came with the Xfinity van. I relocated it behind the driver's seat.
Okay.
And that charges off the main alternator along with the main battery for the van itself. So it's not drawing any power from the van, and when I get to my destination, everything's recharged again.
Got it. Okay.
I also
All right.
keep a table.
So you can see here, table,
Some chairs.
fold-out chair,
Fishing bucket.
fishing bucket.
Yeah.
So from this, I'll kind of back in here so you can I can kind of show. Check out his custom rod holder here. It's basically made out of PVC and some pool noodles. Gosh, pool noodles are very handy for fishing. Some just really strong magnets, right?
Yes.
Okay, some magnets. And then he's got some grooves cut out in the pool noodle to hold his rods. And then I'm gonna crawl back out and show you how he holds on to the rods from this side. I'll just have you demonstrate it.
Okay. So what I do, this is about the longest rod that I can carry, not broken down. It's an 8.5 foot rod,
Okay.
and I would put it in, and what I like to do is put the reel on the inside, then just take a simple rubber band,
Okay.
put it over the butt, over the PVC, and grab it, back over the butt, and then I put it on the here so it doesn't move around.
Got it.
And that keeps it. And since the thing moves, as I bounce down the road or go down a dirt road or something, everything's in motion,
Got it.
so it doesn't damage anything.
And then you just use some duct tape to keep these from shifting around.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
And
a
it
rubber.
looks like you have it set up so that 5 different rods could be stowed in there. Looks like the longer steelhead rods have to be broke down, but that's fine.
That's correct. But trout rods, I have to break down the fly rods to make them fit. What I do with the steelhead rod is I don't have the kayak, so I just lay the steelhead rods on the floor
Oh, okay.
and just let them go through the opening.
Okay.
And so as I go from site to site, I can just slip them out and use them.
All right. And you said that when you use this for camping, now if you have your kayak with you, do you just leave your kayak out like on the ground next to the van, like in the campsite?
What I do is I take it out and I put on a regular bicycle lock.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
And I just lock it to the van.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Not that anyone's going to take a 100-pound kayak without me.
No,
doing it.
no.
But it's nice. It's peace of mind.
Exactly. But Richard was explaining that he actually uses a blow-up air mattress, and then he has a heated blanket and some sleeping bags that he nestles between.
Correct.
Okay.
This is just a black felt, inexpensive, and with magnets to hold it in place.
Okay.
But my basic goal is not to do anything that would damage the van for resale purposes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so everything I've done, it's a magnet, or I can take it out or do what have you. And maybe someone else, like a contractor, would like to purchase the van someday.
So up front, the cab, I mean, it just looks like a work van. So 2 seats.
Yep, it's a 2 seats, basic cab.
Okay.
I've mounted my phone here
Okay.
for navigation,
Okay.
and I have a stereo system that works on Bluetooth so that I can play my music library on those long hauls.
Okay.
And
I'll switch around to the other side here. D-Loomis, nice. Okay.
So I found a mug here that fits nicely. You can see how the handle is higher up, and it fits nicely in the holder there for coffee.
Very good.
And then this is another Amazon product that I found that goes through the steering wheel,
Oh, okay.
and it locks onto the
Oh, you're kidding me.
seat belt.
That's interesting. I've
And
never
that would
seen one of those.
prevent you then from steering it. So
Got
I want
it.
to make things difficult.
So they could drive it straight.
Basically, yes. And I purposely don't put anything particularly fancy on there. I really don't want anyone to think that there are tools in the van. There are no tools
Yes.
or anything like that. And so I just use fishing stickers because that's what it is. It's a fishing van.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's the front. I have to show this. It's the only Rage fishing sticker in existence. One of my friends, John's daughter, made that for me, and so I gave it to Richard T. when we went steelhead fishing a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's my pride and joy. My first sticker.
Yeah, representing Rage fishing.
Who has a Rage fishing sticker but me?
No one. Not at this point. I am working on it.
And also, being that I enjoy Rage so much, it's important to also have your Loomis sticker.
Yeah, I've already pointed that
Got
out.
one there, and I'm a member of the Oregon Fishing Club.
And that's where we're at right now, is on one of their fishing sites.
And we
I'm a
all
guest.
know no bananas on board.
No, no. So these are a few items that Richard had in the van. Like, he kind of pointed out that he uses these kind of totes just so things aren't rolling around inside.
Correct. For example, like this tote here, well, I use the yellow tote, but this particular one here, I keep all my loose, you know, whether it be my gloves, my phone holder, extra line, lures, things like that, because everything rolls around in the van.
Right.
And so you want to keep all at one place. And it's okay, it can slide along on the floor.
And do you have different boxes for different types of fishing?
Yes, I have like this particular box, because we were out here today. Wade is my waders.
Oh, okay.
And so I like to keep my waders in these bags, which I also got from Amazon.
Okay.
And so these are my Sims pant waders.
Oh, okay.
That I like to use for my float tube.
Got it. Okay.
And so I just keep them in the tubs.
Got
I have another one for camping, another one for steelhead specifically, and things like that.
Very good. And something else that you carry along that I thought was kind of cool is these are just magnetic rod holders, so that you can set up your rods and set them next to the vehicle without them sliding down, or like John Risco likes to do, get it in the door so it breaks his rod.
Yeah, I have issues about rod tips, though. I do have a fear that I'll drive off one day with a rod.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
So be mindful of that. Yes.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about the fishing van, make sure to leave them in the comment field below. Richard will be checking, I'll be checking it as well, and I can get a hold of him with just a quick text.
I would like to add, if you have any good ideas,
hey, that's a good point.
What else I could do with the fishing van, or what you've done with yours, I'd love to know.
Good point. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.